Hello and welcome to another recording from my channel. I thought I'd try something a little different, and every Thursday, because of, well, here in Australia, Thursday at midnight, they have the weekly maintenance. They don't have it this week because they did it earlier for the winter event. But from a Thursday at midnight, if I can't play the game, I might just go through the news articles for the previous week and upcoming events, and do a quick story review on each of those. So, what's today? The 5th, so the 30th of December would be a week ago. November, 30th of November. So as you can see, it was a slow week, and then the last couple of days they got a whole heap. So let's just have a quick look at this, and then we'll move on. And then I'll go in game and show you where I'm up to. Okay, so Cryptic Plus Life. So this was a charity event, I believe. That's already been... Oh no, it hasn't even happened yet. 8th and 9th of December. So I believe it would have to be some sort of blog. Cryptic Studios is proud to announce our Extra Life charity gaming event for 2018 on December 8th and 9th from 10 AM to 10 PM Pacific time. So that would be like December 8th. So that'll be December 9th, like 2 o'clock in the morning in Australia, I'd assume, because I think they normally have the maintenance in the afternoon, which is about midnight. So we'll have a look. Cryptic developers will be playing video, tabletop, and board games live and raising money to support UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital. You can tune in with amazing prizes and donate to help children in need. It's a win-win situation for anybody. You'll be able to watch the whole thing on Cryptic Twitch channel or on Facebook pages for Star Trek Online, Neverwinter, and Champions Online. Take a look at our schedule to see for more detail below. And then it's just basically prizes. Okay, so that's what's happening and when, but that's not all. Just by tuning in, being your wonderful selves, and getting the chance to donate to the great cause, you can win some incredible prizes from many of our partners. Here are a full list. Solid state drives, I assume that's a hardware for a computer. Dungeons and Dragons miniature wizards, so that's an actual figurine, I guess. Yep, so you can win a hard drive. I'll have all these pages opened in the future videos, so this is just what I'm showing you, what I'm trying to get into at the moment. 3 copies of Art Ocarina Chronicles. So that might be a history sort of index of the game. Miniatures. Doesn't actually have a picture of it. I'll just hope. I don't want to subscribe, so yeah. So it's basically a book on your visual history, so it's an index of the everything that's happened, and you basically get a gist of what you get. Who is helping? Basically the Cryptic. What's happening on Saturday and Sunday? I'll probably be at work. No, Thursday morning I'll be asleep, because I normally that's about the time I'd go to sleep, about early morning on a Thursday. And then Friday I'll be at work, so that's not something I'll be interacting with, I think. Vardwar Juggernaut leads a new Infinity R&B promotion. Okay, so just the possibility of... Actually, I might have to start the game up just so we can actually show you what they are, what's actually happening. But... so this is the new ship in the Infinity lockbox. Not Infinity, sorry, the R&D lockbox. I just had the Infinity. So there's this is the new one, and these are all the previous ships that are still active. So you can get any one of those 6, 12, 15, and now 16. Now there's like a 1 in 100 chance, I believe. It's something like that. Come on. So here in the items, yep, okay. Okay, you can see here where it's on a discount, 20% off. You're better off getting this one here, where you get 4 for the price of, I think you get 1 for half price, basically, it worked out. 1,000 or 300, so that's 900. So you get 200 off one of them, and then now that it's on special, we get a little bit less, but it's still better off getting this one than that one. So what this does, this unlocks 4 of these. But when you unlock each one of these, you only need to get 1 for the bonus. So for each one of these, you've got 4 chances of getting the ship token. So if you don't get the ship token, and again, I think I might have moved it. Yeah, I've got stuff all over the place here. You might get low buy crystals. And low buy is pretty good for buying rare items. It's basically a rare item store or unique item store. Okay. But you can see here, I think I've only got like 2 or 3 of these ships. I've got this one on my main federation. I think I've got this one on my main federation. And I've got one of the Alarchis, but I don't think it's one of these ships. I think it's another one. Yeah, I don't think I've got any of these, to be honest. But yeah, you can see the Temporal, Sonia, Smugglers, Dreadnought, Temporal. So there's quite a few different varieties to choose from when doing this. So when you unlock it, you'll get this token for one of the 16 ships, and then you just scroll down and click on the one you want and you collect it. If you already have one ship and you collect it again, it shouldn't be character bound. You should be able to put it into your bank and transfer it to another character. The token itself might be character bound, but the ship icon shouldn't be. You can also sell these on the exchange sometimes for a couple of million credits. They're very expensive on the exchange, but you can buy them on the exchange or sell them on the exchange for quite a bit. Let's see. So you can actually see you just get the standard R&D materials. Normally they're 1,000 Zen and 300, but it was now 800 Zen and 240 on 20% discount. Research and development packs. This pack includes, and then you've got the Vaadwaur ship, and then all the details about ship slots, bridge officer areas, innate power Juggernaut array. You can see when it actually happens, it looks like a shield pulsating forward. The Vaadwaur Juggernaut comes with an integrated Juggernaut array, which, when activated after a short charged uptime, the Juggernaut array fires a massive blast of Polaron energy directed in front of the starship, knocking back and massively damaging anything. So basically, it's a repulse array with a bit of kinetic damage. Taking damage while the supercharged Sith Conduit's console is active, while decreases the cooldown time of your Juggernaut's array. So if you got this console, it doesn't take as long to charge up, which is this console here. Ship to trait. Oh my god, there's so much to go through. Again, next Thursday, if I decide to continue with these sorts of things, I will have this sorted out. I will read through it all and make sure the extra pages are open and everything. Okay, so this basically gives you a polarized hull, which means the hull will take a less percentage of the damage from a hit. Okay, so this suggests that if you activate the pulse, you might be offline for a second or two while it charges up. It takes a lot of power to use. So it's a universal, which means you don't need to put it in a specific engineering tactical science. It can go anywhere. Starship trait, Weapon Emitter Overdrive. After achieving level 5 in the Vaadwaur Juggernaut Starship Mastery, you will unlock the Weapon Emitter Overdrive. Starship trait. Okay, I'm reading this very odd. Well, upon activating any bridge officer ability that affects energy weapons, you will gain a significant buff to your directed energy weapon critical hit chance and accuracy rating, but also increases the weapon's power cost to fire. This affects beam array and all the different blah 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 blah. Exceeds. Okay. Compatibility with Vaadwaur ship consoles. The Vaadwaur Juggernaut is capable of slotting both the Assault Mode console and the Vaadwaur Astika heavy battlecruiser, as well as the Polaron cannon barrage console from the Vardwar Manusa assault escort. When equipped to the Vardwar Juggernaut, entering assault mode will grant significant boost to energy weapon firing rate. So if you've got any consoles that increase energy weapons, this will be the ship to use it on. The amount of energy damage would just be significant. Let's see, how many fore weapons and aft weapons? 5 and 3, so that's actually good. 5 is the maximum you can have, so 5 forward energy weapons will do a lot of damage. So in the Admiralty system, which is this thing here, you'll get the specialty ship cards, and as you can see, that's the way they work. The engineering, tactical, and science. Engineering is 46, science is 14, and tactical is 66. Special. Oh, plus 8 engineering and tactic per tactic ship. That's pretty good. So you'll get plus 8 for every tactical ship you put on there. So if you got something that needs a lot of tactical or a lot of science, but you've only got this ship available, you might actually put this in with another tactical ship or science ship, and then you'll get that science and tactical buff. Okay, let's look at the next patch. All platforms winter event. Okay, so this is basically just the winter event. Let's go have a look at Earth Space Dock. This is my Age of Discovery player, but because I'm not doing any videos for a couple of days, I'm trying to master my ships and unlock some specialties. That's why I've got this ship active at the moment. So you can see here I've already got the one of the winter event weapons, which you can't use a standard weapon over there in the Q's Wonderland. You've got to use a specialty winter weapon, and that's how you function with that. Okay, so Q's Winter Wonderland, a little closer. Okay, so basically just saying it's Winter Wonderland. I don't understand why you mortals do it. This is pretty funny. Are you as powerful as they say? And he will transform you into another creature. Now, anyone for tricorder will register you as that creature. And you can stand here all day changing. He'll change you into something different every time. And the best thing about this, once I get to a humanoid, I'll actually keep it and I'll show you, because I prefer the humanoid shapes. There we go. That's a Fekla, that's what the Klingon demons. When you actually, until you actually talk to him again, you will actually look like this. So we'll go to the Winter Wonderland. And as you can see, there's still this little demon thing. So until you actually speak to him again, or until the winter event, maybe if you stop the game and log back in, it might change. But at the very least, until you log out, you'll stay as that creature. And again, that's annoying. Again, until you talk to Q again while you're playing, you'll stay as that creature throughout the gameplay, which I thought was awesome. So if you want to play as a different creature or a different character for a short time, this is the way to change your captain for a short duration. And again, I will be going and doing a winter event video to show you exactly what happens in the winter event. I don't think there's any space battles, so I'm more than happy to leave the ship active while I do the winter event stuff. But I will be using the... I'll more than likely be using another character anyway, because to collect all the rewards is just too much to do on every single character, so we'll try to keep it to my main character. That's awesome. This one might be a little too much for some people, but as I said, you can just stand there all day changing, and I would have to assume that the ability is linked into every single animation in the game, so you could become literally any creature in the game, which I think is pretty awesome. Okay, so this is all this stuff on the winter event, but instead of reading all this, I'll actually go through the winter event at some point, maybe even after this video. 20% okay, again, this is just connected to the research and development weekend. This is also active on your R&D. So instead of just getting the standard 6,000 for the next couple of days at least, you'll get 9,000 points of bonus from the let's see if I've got one that isn't active so I can show you. No, I won't actually tell you. Oh, there it is, 9,000. Instead of earning the 6,000, you'll get 9,000 for the next couple of days. So that's the R&D one. It's basically straightforward. It's on 20% special. Get the 4 packs because they're a lot better. And for every pack you open in the next couple of days, you'll have the chance of winning a rare ship. Last chance lifetimes. These happen once every couple of months. The last chance isn't that this is the last time it's gonna be active. It's the last time you can get it for this cheap. So instead of paying 200, you'll only have to pay 100 for the next couple of days. November 1st. Oh yeah, so you've got one more day if you're watching the video when it's released. But I basically bought the game from the game shop before it became an online only game. So the lifetime subscription transferred from buying the disc to online game. It became a lifetime subscription. Research and development weekend. Well, basically we've already been through this again. You get the R&D packs. You get them for 20% off. You get this special ability to purchase a ship. It's like a 1 in 100 chance. So if you get all 16, you probably need 1,600. But you know, you might get the opportunity to get one every 20 ships, every 20 boxes. It's very, very random. But the research and development weekend is going to happen till December 10th, 6th to 10th. So it's only a couple of days, and you'll just get that extra bit of bonus from your research, and the R&D boxes are on special. So that's pretty much straightforward, and that's pretty much how I'm probably going to do these on a weekly basis. Again, it really depends on what people, what sort of feedback I get from this. And if it comes to something like this one here, which I'll open up and show you, which is an older one, it's actually a story, a short story they've written to give you background of the character in the game. Now, as anyone who's watched my videos knows, I constantly trip over my own tongue and constantly make mistakes. So something like this I might just skip, because reading it is not my strong point, and I don't want to make it too, the video is too bad. So I'll say there's a story arc, but I won't actually read it because I just don't think I'm articulate enough in my speech to do so. Okay, so let's go to my main character, my main playthrough character a moment. My main character playthrough is with my Discovery era. Once this playthrough is finished, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with Star Trek Online videos for a while. I might do something different. I think it's today or tomorrow. Stellaris will be having an wrong one. Steam account. Stellaris is going to have an update, which I've installed. I haven't even installed it yet because it won't install until the date, which I believe is the 6th. Megacore. Available 7th of December. So another 2 days and I can start playing with this one. So as you can see, I've updated, except for the ebook, I've basically got all the latest updates for this game. Another one I would like to be trying to play is Galactic Civilizations 3. Again, I should be up to date with all of these, unless... Okay, so they've got a few more species, which aren't important. They've got the mechs, which is basically just skin. It doesn't actually change anything in the game. They're not that expensive, but I'll have to wait and see if I want to purchase those. I've got all the other expansions available. And again, anything within the Steam list here, I'm happy to try. I still got to get XCOM 2. But with XCOM, I've got all the DLC for this one. Yep. There is a mod pack I'd like to try on it, but I can't use that through Steam. I have to go through another mod engine and try to download it. Surviving Mars is something I tried. It's not my favorite game, but I don't mind it. It's something I wouldn't mind playing again, but it's not something I've put a lot of time or effort into. So Stellaris Stone set must be the same company. Star-shaped elements. Okay. I'll have to assume that this company is owns Stellaris as well if they're cross-referencing each other. Subnautica, again, it's really a long, drawn-out game. It's not something I want to do. Stellaris is a long, drawn-out game, but the way you play it, you're stuck in a certain area and you've got to expand out. So it's something you can follow, whereas with Subnautica, it's an open map and you can go anywhere and do anything. Same with Fallout 4. Something I'd like to play, but I had a few issues with this the last time I tried, and I haven't really seen the point in recording Fallout 4. Some people can do it. You'll see stuff online. People can do a lot better than I ever could. Raise of the Elves I thought would be a good one to play through, but it is, again, a drawn-out, long sort of game, which I don't really want to do. So let's see, you play Anno. So Anno 2205, 2070, I'll probably do a playthrough of that. Then once I finish that, I'll probably do an Anno 2205. But I really want to finish this off. I think I've only finished the game once, and most of the time I'll start it and just stop, because it's, again, one of those long drawn-out games that I don't always want to play. Sort of, it's one of those things you've got to be in the mood for. My library. No. Home. Library. Oh, it actually loaded up. So as you can see, I've got the Command & Conquer set, the entire thing. I've got the 10-year anniversary box set. And also, I've got the first half of Alpha Centauri, but I can't seem to find anywhere that sells the second half. I do have it on disc, but I can't get it to work on this computer. So I downloaded this, but I can't get the Cross Factions, I think it was called. Okay, let's close that off. Ark is what I'm doing now. I don't think I've got too many games on this one, except for Star Trek Online. Yeah, I don't really play anything else. I tried these out, but I never actually play them all that often. So Star Trek's the only thing I've got available on this one. That's what I'm using to record. I'm missing one. Oh, BattleNet. For some reason, BattleNet won't pin down here. Once I pin it down here, it won't actually activate. So while we wait for that, we'll have this open. We'll go to Q's Wonderland again. Hopefully by the time we load into this map, BattleNet will have loaded and I can go back to that. So I'm not going to edit this video. It's basically just a quick what if sort of thing scenario. If people want to see this, if they can think of a better way of me doing this, I'm more than happy to edit it in a certain way so things happen. But these videos will specifically be what's happening in the Stowe during this... Okay, that was a bit odd. What's happening in Stowe during the week, and what I have planned up until the time I finish Discovery, at which point I'll start videos on other games if I happen to be playing them. So up here you can see there is a cool countdown. So basically that's letting you know when the next time you can play this particular mission. For the most part, there are people up here where you can talk to them. This is a FTO, so once every half hour. So basically you just got to go through a gingerbread village. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's a little hard to see. But you have to go through a gingerbread village to take out snowmen. Where is that green? Oh, it's right there. Must have walked right past it. Okay, so this is a race coordinator. So once you go down these stairs, there's a little patio here. You talk to this green officer, it activates the mission, and you run around the map. There's a separate mission up here where you run up this hill to this other part. It's twice an hour, I think it is. there's another race, and you've basically got to race other people, and if you win, you get more. The more first, second, and third, you get more prizes than anyone else. With this, you're only racing against one other creature. Again, it's like when Q changes you, it's a random assortment, and you basically just got to get around the race course and win. I don't know what happened to it. There used to be a table up here with pie eating. It might have been deleted this year. It's called a pie eating contest. Basically, you just had to eat as many pies as possible. This is the bank, I think. Yeah, bank account, fleet bank, check the mark, so the exchange, and mail. So instead of having to being back to the station and then back here to do stuff, if your bank accounts are full.
I have winter items for a bargain.
Coolio. Yeah, so basically straightforward. Let's go to the bank. I want to get rid of this thing because I've got 20 of them. What is that? Oh, that's winter events I bought from another character. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at the winter table. And as you can see, down here you can get stuff with Lobi, up the top here, Lobi. Candy, which is what you gather throughout playing the game. And these resources...
Aren't Eppos adorable?
These resources, there's 5 different types of resources in this map. You can go to the exchange and buy them. So if we have a look in my inventory, we can...
A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
Okay, let's get back to the exchange. I don't think I've got any credits on me because I had moved them all around the place. Okay, so you just pick it up, drag it, drop it, sort by ascending price per unit. And I'll show you the difference. You can pay 5,490 for one of them. Ascending price per unit. 1,600 each, and you get 250. So that's a third of the price. So you want to be ascending price per unit. And as you can see, ooh, they have dropped significantly. I should have waited a couple of days. I basically spent about 2 million on one set.
A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
So I can get 10 sets of these things if I wanted. But on my other character, I've already got 1,000, so I don't really need to buy any at this point. Okay, let's go back to that store so we can have a quick look at what it is. Okay, so this here, this will give you a random assortment of these resources. And there's, on my other character, for some reason, I don't know why it's not unlocked on this particular character, but on another character, just underneath it, you have the ability to buy the tokens that you need, if I have any.
Peace is good
No, I
for
don't.
business.
Okay.
Q loves all the little creatures, even you.
So basically, Q doesn't think of you as intelligent, he just thinks of you as a little pet. Which is a joke from the actual TV series. Data said it, suggested it to Picard. Q treats him like a pet, a beloved pet. Okay, so where am I on this particular map? Hopefully I don't have to go flying around all over the place. Awesome, no space dock. Run, Florist, run. Now, again, because this is my main character, if I get... Oh, Blizzard still hadn't uploaded. I completely forgot about it. It still hasn't uploaded. Okay. This wasn't meant to be a Winter Wonderland, actually, showcase. I just forgot about it. Okay, let's have a look. And again, I think I got Lobi on this particular character. Let's go back to the table.
Q is a genius. And so handsome.
So as you can see, the second winter prize vouchers. You cost 5 low buy, and there's a possibility of getting anywhere between 2 and 6 vouchers. Now to get the ship, you need 1,000 vouchers. So I don't think the low buy is worth it. I think if you got a few more vouchers, it might be worth the low buy, because low buy is very hard to come by if you're not spending real cash. You can get it if you transfer your dilithium for Zen, and then buy the lock boxes and the keys for it. But low buy crystals are very hard to come by if you're not one for spending money on the game. So I think it should be a little bit higher. The amount of vouchers you get should be a little higher than 2 to 6. But you need 1,000 to unlock the ship. To get the vouchers, you play all these games up here, and the more points you get, the more vouchers you get.
I have winter items for a bargain.
I can get away from the talking so I don't have to hear it. And as you can see, it's icy, so you will slide around. You can actually get boots that help you grip the ground a bit better, and you will actually need those boots if you do the racing. The racing is a lot slipperier than the main surface, and you will actually have to buy boots from the exchange, the vendor, to get. I forgot what I was going to do. I was showing you this, and I came down here to get away from the talking to show you something. Well, can't remember what it was. Okay, so only once. So you'll find snowmen set up around the map. So that's where you start off, and I'm down here now. So there are snowmen all around the map, and you can actually they have that glowy green thing to them. So when you click on them, it'll actually give you a message, and once you've gone and collected all the different messages from all the different snowmen, you'll actually get an accolade for that, I believe. You can see the snowballs down here, down there. Those are for people that don't have any weapons for this particular map. You can get all the weapons from this Ferengi here, but if you don't have any, you can collect the snowballs. These I don't think they're worth it. You can pick up snowballs and use them. These are the frost boots, which help you grip the surface. I've got all these pets, but basically they just go into your inventory. Then if you don't want to use these non-combat pets, you just put them into your bank account. You can see I've got a lot of crap just set up here. Got the epoch. I think I've got one of the winter ones.
I have winter items for a bargain.
So this is a winter one. That's a standard from Romulus. I think that's winter, and that's winter. So basically, I've got a lot of winter ones from the previous years, but they're not. I don't think they're. Yeah, see, elder is more than old, adult. So I still got to upgrade a lot of them. So these non-combat pets are different again. They're basically. They're like the tardigrade if you're doing the Age of Discovery. They're just a tardigrade. They're basically just something that follow you around. Okay, I've got every single one of these things. I am not sure if I equipped myself with a weapon. Nope, I forgot to equip my weapon. I have still got them here, haven't I?
Peace is good for business.
Okay, so now I've got the a snow weapon that I can do fighting with on this map. And you got hand weapons. I don't know where to get it, but there it is. A turret that shoots ice. That is great. I think that goes into your devices. So when you want to activate the turret, you just hit the device. It will put down a turret instead of firing plasma.
Eppo's adorable.
Instead of firing plasma or anything like that, it will fire snowballs. Again, snow is the only weapon you can actually use in this Wonderland. Costumes. This is just...
Peace is good for business.
I think I just wanted to get out of here, so I didn't hit that. So, customize your costume. Let's have a look, see if we can modify it with... attach tech. Oh, there you go. So there's some of the winter event stuff there, and for the body, uniform, category, upper body. Oh, there you go, all the winter stuff. So like Santa Claus looking thing. And I assume you can adjust some of these things. Oh, got wrong one. Oh, why did it jump all the way to the top? Yeah, so you can see that they're locked in color scheme. Let's see. Gloves padded. No, so there's no winter gloves, which is really odd. Actually, there should be a scarf somewhere. Why is there no scarf? Okay, I have no idea where the scarf went. Cancel out of this. Exit. So there's how you use the inventory.
In the way.
Again, I've got all this stuff. Ground equipment. I've got each of these. Be very careful, because if you do buy these, they don't grey out like this once you've bought them. They're only greyed out because I've put the ornament stuff in my bank account, so therefore they're not active. So be very careful that when you do come back here next year, or if you come back here in a week or two and you thought you bought it, you actually did buy it. It just doesn't grey out, because you can have more than one. So you can actually it says max of 1 per character, but it doesn't grey out. So I think you can give them to your bridge officers, and the bridge officers can use them. Now, I don't know if these particular weapons will work in the Winter Wonderland, because I haven't used them before.
I have winter items for a bargain.
That's great. But also some training manuals. I was wondering where to get some of these things, and here they are. So you got a few ground ones, one for science, engineering, and tactical, in levels 1, 2, and 3. And then with space equipment, you've got 1, 2, and 3 for only the engineering. If you're doing the Breen storyline, so let's have a look. No, available. There it is. So this one is a Breen storyline. So once you can't actually do it while you're in the Wonderland, but basically if you can find Cold Call in the Alpha Quadrant, it's in the top left corner. Dafari. If you go to Dafari sector, you'll start the Breen storyline, which has been removed from the episodes. I think it was one of the first 3. I think this one had the Jem'Hadar storyline, so it must have been one of the first 2. So once you've done that, once you do these, you can actually get pieces of space set, and you can see here.
Eppo's
winter
adorable.
items for a bargain.
So you can get the shields, the impulse engines, and the deflector from that mission. And then you can get the warp core or the singularity core, depending if you're using a Romulan warbird or Federation starship or Klingon ship. And this is where you get the end of the set. So the reason they're in the store at this point is because if you were playing previously, in the previous years, you've got the Breen starship, and the Breen ship would come with this piece of equipment. So that's how you get that. Now that you've got a Fekla ship, you actually get this in the store. So the store is pretty good. It's got some unique pieces of equipment that you can only get from the Winter Wonderland. So if you want to do this, you've got 1 month per year to do it, between December and January. And you can get the pieces of equipment here. Again, they are costing a few of the individual tokens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Q is a genius.
Tug.
And so handsome.
Yeah, so there's 6 different icons to use, and again, You can collect them throughout the game. You can buy some throughout the game. But every time you finish a mission, you'll get a little box that gives you a payout. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Ooh, before I forget, my Blizzard account. So I don't play World of Warcraft or Diablo 3. They were just things I tried out. But I don't know why. It's just not my gameplay. StarCraft 2 is my main one, and I'm more than happy to do a StarCraft and a StarCraft 2 playthrough. I've got a few of the Hearthstones, but I'm way out of sync with this. There's been a lot of updates and new packs released that I haven't even started with yet. And Overwatch and Warcraft 3 are another two things I don't really play. So I'm more than happy to do a StarCraft or StarCraft 2 playthrough. If you want to see anything like that, just let me know. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.